Hey guys, it's Lisa and it's Friday, February 21st, 2014 and you're watching my pregnancy vlog. Really good news. I'm just going to start off with that. I finally decided that I had waited long enough to get an OB appointment. So I looked on ratemds.com and I looked up the obstetricians here in my area and I found a really good one. So I called her office and immediately, well, after a few rings, her secretary answers the phone and I'm like, oh my god, like I tried to get a hold of the other one and always got an answering machine. This is crazy. So anyway, I'm sitting there talking to her and I ask her, I say, I'm looking for an OB. Do you guys take walk-ins? Yes, we do. She says, however, we're booked to capacity. I'm like, oh no, seriously? And so I told her my story about how I was supposed to have an OB appointment by 10 or 11 weeks, and I couldn't get through to her, to the person who I was referred to by my doctor, and my doctor was on vacation, and we really needed a dating ultrasound. And you know, I need to get that physical exam, get that blood work done, get things on the ball. And so she empathized with me and she said, oh, I feel for you. So I'm going to send you for a dating ultrasound. I know a lot of people are like, oh, normally you only get a dating ultrasound if you don't know the date or if your periods are all over the place. See, my periods weren't all over the place, but I was having some symptoms the month prior. And so we might have gotten pregnant right away. It might not even have taken that 1 month that I think. I did have a period, but it's not uncommon for women in my family to have a period at least the first month of their pregnancy. So, we want to be dated just to be sure, because I mean, when Matt goes on paternal leave, he wants to give work enough notice, and you know, we want to know. And then we want to make sure the growth is on schedule, and just everything like that. She said, I'm going to send out a fax, and we'll get you into an ultrasound ASAP. I said, well, how long do you think that'll be? She said, with how far along you are now, I'm 12, I just finished my 12 weeks today, I'm going on 13 weeks tomorrow. So she's like, yeah, because by the time I have it, I'm going to be 14, 15 weeks. So she said, yeah, they'll call me pretty quick, and then I'll call you and tell you when your appointment is. So I'm pretty excited about that. And then she said, I'm really tempted to get you on our list here. So she put me on the list, and I have an appointment with that OB next Wednesday. I am ecstatic. So there you go, guys. On the next update, I'm going to be able to tell you, most likely, that we heard the heartbeat, or maybe even heartbeats, who knows. That makes me sentimental. I'm kind of tearing up. And I'll be able to tell you couple other things, you know, some sort of update. Now when I go for my ultrasound, I'm hoping that I can get some video, because like there's going to be family members, like his parents or my mom, that are going to want to see the ultrasound, but they're not going to be able to go. And so I'm going to see if they're going to let me use it, and maybe I can put a little clip of that in here in a couple weeks as well. I had heartburn once or twice in the last week, which is weird because, like I said, I only had heartburn for the first, like, maybe couple of weeks of the pregnancy, which was really weird because I don't get heartburn, so I was like, something's up. So I knew then that was one symptom. Anyway, so I got that on February 16th, which was my birthday. Yeah, I turned 28 just this past Sunday, and I had a wonderful day. I spent time cuddling with my husband, we went to see a movie, we went to eat. It was nice. I really enjoy just doing the simple things. I don't need extravagant birthday parties anymore. You know, and most of the time, people that come to those aren't really good friends anyway. They act like it, but they're not. I'd rather just spend my birthday with my husband and my family anyway. So, yeah, and this Sunday, I'm going to be celebrating my birthday with my family. So I'm pretty excited. I signed up for the Honest Company trials. They have like a trial going on right now where you get, you can get a trial pack of their diapers and their wipes, and I also got some lotions and sprays and all healthy, organic, natural ingredients. I heard about it through Judy's Life. It's Judy's Life videos. And then I heard someone else mention it on Facebook. So what I'm getting with it is 7 free diapers with patterns on them. I did put in boy, like we don't know what we're having yet. I didn't want to know the name of the child, but yet it still allowed you to put like 2014 months for babies that aren't even born yet. And we don't know the sex. We won't know until about 20 weeks, the secretary was saying, maybe a little later. But that's not very far away. That's like 7 weeks away. So that's pretty exciting. So I signed up, but I'm not sure I'm going to continue. I'm pretty sure I'm not, because it's kind of expensive. I mean, there's no shipping. It's like $80 a month to continually get the things I'm getting. I would get like 4 packages of wipes and like, I don't know, like 8 packages of diapers or something, and like larger sizes instead of trial packs of the lotions and sprays and such. But I don't, you know, like, it's very, I can't predict when I'm going to have a session yet, and so, because I just started with the photography not too long ago, so it would be hard for me to say, yeah, I'm going to jump on that when I've got other bills to take care of first. So I just really wanted to try it, and you know, maybe later on, if I decide to get it again, then yeah, I know it's there. So my mother-in-law gave me these books when I was over there last time. They were her daughters, my sister-in-laws, and so they passed them on to me. What to Expect the First Year from the What to Expect series, and What to Expect the toddler years. Toddler years I'll probably read once the baby is born. It's more like a reference than a book, so I'm definitely just going to like look through it, you know, and just like flip through it, not necessarily read every single word, but there's some very important stuff in here, like breastfeeding during illness, like when I'm sick, breastfeeding while menstruating, exercising and nursing, you know, like just a bunch of different things. I also bought this one because, I mean, I know a lot about nutrition. I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not a dietitian. Like, I just wanted some ideas. I'm gonna ask the OB to send me to a dietitian, but I think I'll just read this, and I'm sure I know a lot of it, but there's gonna be some new stuff. This isn't a diet book, but anyway, it's What to Expect, Eating Well When You're Expecting. Just wanted a guideline, I guess, and listening to my intuition at the same time, because sometimes I feel like I'm eating a little too much, and other times I feel like I'm not eating enough. Now, I remember saying I was going to try and eat the 4 to 6 meals. I tried that. It wasn't working out well, so I just basically eat anywhere between 3 to never 6. I never eat 6 meals. Maybe 4 or 5 if you include the snacks as like meals or whatever. So anyway, I bought this, and I also bought Earth Mama Angel Baby Mama's Nipple Butter. Yes, I know. I got this because of that crusty green white that I have on my nipples. I know I'm not breastfeeding yet, and this is more commonly used then, but I figured it would help. Maybe it would get rid of that once, and then once the baby's born, I can continue to use it. Anyway, I love the smell. It's all natural. It's lanolin free, made with organic calendula, cocoa, and shea butter. And let me just read the explanation. Mama's Nipple Butter is a luxurious lanolin-free balm made with natural oils, naturally sourced plant butters, and natural botanicals for tender breastfeeding nipples. No need to wash off before nursing. Apply as needed and after each feeding. It's a 60 milliliter, 2 fluid ounce bottle, so when I take it out, I used it today after my shower. It's just this little thing, but I mean, whatever. You only use a little bit, and you can use it for whatever part of your body. You can use it for your lips. I wouldn't necessarily use it for my lips. It does smell good, and I'm sure it tastes okay because it's all natural. There's nothing bad in here. There's organic olive oil, organic cocoa seed butter, organic shea butter, candelilla wax, mango butter, and organic calendula flower extract. 92% organic. Got the book and this off of Amazon. Now, Matthew and I were shopping and they had some really good sales on like onesies and sleepers, and well, we're gonna need those once the baby is born, and so because we don't know the sex, we just got unisex outfits. This is a onesie and it says Future Star. It's so cute. It's long sleeved. Anyway, I can't wait to put our little baby in it. This is a 0 to 3 months. Very cute. Oh my god, it's so small. This was our favorite. It's so adorable. This is one of the sleepers. It says G for giraffe on it. Oh my god. And it's 0 to 3 months. So cute. It's got a bunch of little giraffes on it. It says G for giraffe all over it. It's gorgeous. Total, we got 1 onesie and 3 sleepers, and that was $12. So that was pretty good. Then here's another sleeper with rabbits on it. 0 to 3 months. Rabbits and hats and little bow ties. So cute. Love it. So yeah, it was great that we could find something for either sex, because you never know. And this one is 3 to 6 months, and it's got hippos on it, and it says hippo. So cute. I love, love, love these. I've seen some other stuff, but Matt's like, no, let's get that ultrasound and hear the heartbeat first, and you know, and like we're gonna have a baby shower, so he's like, you know, wait until we see what we get there, and then let's get, you know, more stuff that we need. Which makes sense. I understand where he's coming from there. So I sold my Green Star, as I believe I had mentioned in the videos anyway. I'm so excited. It went to a couple who's definitely going to use it. They're raw, or at least vegetarian, almost raw. I thought that was really cool that I got to connect with someone here in my city that is doing something I've done in the past and may do again in the future. So now I've got new connections. Love that. They make lots of recipes. They have a dehydrator. They had like other juicers, and they were just so excited to get that Green Star. So I sold that, and I bought myself a new Breville Juice Fountain Compact. Yes! The day after I received it, I made pineapple clementine juice, and it was off the hook. I loved it. I'm so excited. I mixed it with a little bit of water, and I had some nuts on the side just so that the sugars would absorb a lot less quickly into my system, and that way I wouldn't have a sugar spike, and me and the baby would be alright. That's an update on the juicer. When I want something and I want to get it done, I get it done. I get what I need, I get what I want by going for what I want. Not just sitting on my ass and waiting for things to come to me. I've done that in depression and states where I was depressed. But I don't do that anymore. If I want something, I find a way. My right breast was really sore one day. And then it was sore yesterday, and I mean like the last time I talked about the stabbing action that felt like it was going on, this was like 10 times worse. I'm like, holy crap, this hurts. Like, and like when I woke up for the last 2 days, like my left breast would be like sore, maybe because like that's the side I'm lying on or something, I don't know. I still haven't gotten a bobby pillow, pregnancy pillow yet, so we may look into that. We'll see. Maybe when our taxes come in, that would be nice. I had a toothache, which finally went away just yesterday. It was very subtle yesterday. The day before that, it was pretty bad. And the few days before that, oh my gosh. Like, I was supposed to have a client come get their photos, and I was in that much pain, and it was nauseous on and off. So I just said, you know, can we reschedule for you to come and get the photos? And thankfully she was so understanding, and I really appreciate it when I have those understanding clients. So far I haven't had too many that aren't that understanding, but you know, it happens. On February 18th, I was like, I'm gonna go for daily walks again. Like for a whole week and some odd, we were going for walks every 3 or 4 days. Well, I need fresh air and I want to get outside, and so I was like, oh, I want to go for a walk. But every time in the last week, we had something to do, like somewhere to go, an errand to run. So we would want to do that, but then by the time we get home, it was like close to dark. So I'm like, oh, well, I'm not going to go out in the dark and walk around here. So I decided that I was going to go during the day when the sun was out, and so I went. And once I got back, I had, and it was only a 30-minute walk, I had a pain in my lower abdomen, I'd say just above my legs. And it wasn't my legs, it was definitely still in the lower abdomen. And it was freaky because, like, I don't know, like it just felt weird, like a muscle was pulling or something. I'm like, I'm not doing anything strenuous, I'm just walking, this doesn't make any sense. Maybe I need to stretch beforehand. Who knows? But I was like, this seems weird. So it was like a weird pressure / pain there. Then, for the last couple of days, like, there was one time when Matt he goes to bed before me. So when I went to bed, he's like on my side of the bed, curled up in a cocoon in the blankets. So one, I have to kind of like tap him, and then he moves over to the other side of the bed. But he brings all the blankets in his little cocoon with him. So I'm like, I need blankets, crying out loud. So anyway, I have to like kind of pull the blankets from underneath of him. And so I did that, and I don't know what I did, but I went to go lay down, and I felt like I had pulled a muscle in my middle abdomen. And I'm like, uh-oh, that is not good. Like, that is where my baby is, and oh shit, like, what is going on? I'm trying to lay on my left side, and I'm feeling that pain, and then I start having an anxiety attack, because I'm like, oh my god, this is not good, what is happening? And so I got up, and I kneeled, and just kind of like sat there on my knees with my elbows on the bed, and kind of just went like this. Almost looked like I was praying or something. But yeah, I did that, and then that helped a little bit. Then I walked around, and that helped. But then it happened again, very slightly, like a day or two after. And then just yesterday when I went to my in-laws, we were eating seafood chowder, and there was like nothing in it that you know, pregnant women can't have, and it was really good, so I didn't feel like nauseous while eating it or anything. And I didn't feel full. I had a bowl and a little bit more than a bowl and a roll, and tiny little piece of dessert. And like, I know when I feel full, but I was like, it was good, it was fine. But anyway, so next thing you know, I'm getting this pain again, and this time it's really intense, the middle abdomen pain. I'm like, oh my god, like, I don't know, this seems really bad. So we look it up on Google, of course, and like the website was like, oh, it might be nothing, just walk around, but if it's like followed with discharge, I was like, but Matt, I've had discharge my whole pregnancy, so I can't really tell you if it's different than any other time, you know? And so he's like, okay, well then it just says it's really probably nothing. But another site said it could be a sign of preeclampsia, especially if it's coupled with high blood pressure. Oh yeah, so of course now I'm like freaking out because I know a friend who had it, which I'm going to visit on Monday. I'm so excited. She already had her baby, and I haven't seen her in like a year and a half, and I can't wait to see her. Back to my story. I said, let's go somewhere where I can test my blood pressure. So we went to the pharmacy, and the machine sucks, because the first time it said I was 123, yeah, 123/97, When your diastolic pressure is that high, that is not good. That is like extremely high, and that, especially when you're pregnant, that's something to watch for. And so I'm like, oh my god, I'm like freaking out. And so then Matt was like, well, why don't you just take it again and see what it says? Okay, fine. So I do it again. Then it's like 140/83. I was like, are you kidding me? So now the systolic goes up higher, and then the freaking other thing is like lower, close to normal range. I'm like, seriously, stop playing with me. So we were trying to decipher, because the pain kind of subsided. Then I walked around and got that lower abdomen pain. I'm like, oh god. But there was no bleeding, no other signs, no like throwing up, nothing. So I don't know. I have no idea. But we decided that next week, since I have my appointment, we'll bring it up to the OB and we'll see what she says. And go from there. So I'm pretty excited. She's probably going to check my blood pressure and stuff. So I'm pretty excited about that. It also, apparently, like, it could have been all my, now that I'm going into the second trimester, it could have been like the organs, like, shifting, because to make room for a larger placenta, which the placenta is going to start growing. It could have been a change in progesterone, which can cause a middle abdomen pain, it was saying. There's so many options. But anyway, that was like pretty much it. The new things that I have now. And, oh, and I got 2 of those. I forgot to bring them out. But I got 2 of those plastic bibs. Like, well, they're not plastic. They're like a rubber silicone kind of thing. So cool. Like, you don't have to wash them. They have like a little pouch here, so like when the baby is eating. It's for 7 months plus, so we won't be using it until they're in their later months. Next week you get to hear about my first OB appointment. I can't wait. You know I've been anticipating this. Oh, and guess what? Odds are the other OB calls me the next day. I was like, I already found someone, but thank you so much. And she's like, oh, well, we normally don't see anybody until later in the first trimester anyway. You were supposed to see me when my doctor said you were going to see me, and that was at 10 or 11 weeks. Yeah, I just found out she just got back from vacation. The other OB I called knew that, and they tried to call her on her private line so that they could get a hold of her for me, but she wasn't there. But the next day her vacation was done, and she called me herself. But yeah, too late. You gotta value your patients and your clients, and if you see that somebody in their in your chart is coming along at the 10-11 week, you should see them then, whether it's for the ultrasound yet or not. Anyway, so I'm pretty excited. Can't wait. I'll update you next week about that and whatever symptoms or things that I've had. I had a little bit of nausea in the last couple days. That was really bad. Like this morning when I woke up, I felt hungover. I guess I should mention that. It's pretty important. But other than that, the nausea has subsided quite a bit, which is awesome. Haven't had any morning sickness. Been taking my prenatal and then eating right before I take it. So everything's been fine there. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day or a wonderful evening. Namaste.